This is a medium difficulty GRE quantitative reasoning sample question. This GRE practice question is from the topic rates, speed, distance, time. Focuses on the specific concept of finding out the average speed. SAM covers the first 40% of the distance between two cities A and B at 50 km per hour speed and the remaining distance at a speed of 75 km per hour. What is this average speed for the entire journey? Key data given to us: 40% of the distance covered at 50 km per hour, the remaining, which is nothing but 60% of the distance at 75 km per hour. How does one compute the average speed? So you might have multiple formulae that you have got, but all of these formulae for average speed stemmed from this core theme formula or core idea about what average speed is. Average speed essentially is nothing but the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. So average speed is equal to total distance end to end from city A to city B, whatever is the distance traveled, total distance divided by the total time taken for this entire journey. That is going to give us the average speed. This works in every single case. Any other formula that we work with, something like a plus b by 2 or 2ab by a plus b, all of these modified formulae that you look at are nothing but ones that have been derived from this core formula. So we need the total distance, we need the total time taken. We have to compute the average speed. This is a formula. The first thing that we need is the total distance. If we can get the total distance, we can compute 40% of the distance, we can compute 60% of the distance. Once we have these two in place, then we can basically find out the time taken to travel for each of these things. Let's say this is d1, this is d2, divided by the speed, you'll get the time taken for it. Divided by the speed, you'll get the time taken. Once you know t1, t2, d1, d2, you can find out the answer. So what is this total distance, or what is the distance for the 40% and what is the distance for the 60%? We can take this to be an x, overall distance to be an x. Therefore, this is going to be 40% of x. This will be 60% of x. This is one way to solve the question, but it is a lot more cumbersome. This is a very textbook approach. I'm going to take it in a slightly different way, and I'll recommend that you go about it that way. We're going to assume values for this d1 and d2. Pick some numbers for the distance traveled in the first part and distance traveled in the second part. What kind of a number will make sense for that? d1 is going to be divided by 50. d2 is going to be divided by 75. So if we can pick such a number for d1 and d2, such that d1 is divisible by 50 and d2 is divisible by 75, then we'll actually be working with numbers which are integers, because if it's divisible by 50, this is going to be an integer. If it's divisible by 75, this is going to be an integer. But hold on, let's look at what is this d2. d1 is 40% of the distance. d2 is 60% of the distance. So shall we think of it as 40% plus 20%? So essentially, these are all going to be a percentage of some overall value. So let's pick such a number for this d1 that will pick that number to be a number which is divisible by both 50 and 75. So I can easily extrapolate it for the second part. If that 40% is divisible by 50 and 75, 60%, which is a larger number than that, will be definitely divisible by 50 and 75. Let's not even worry about it. So I'm going to pick such a number for d1, this first part, which is divisible by both 50 and 75. That d2 will certainly be divisible, because d2 is a little more than d1. It is actually, if this is d1, this is going to be half more than d1, right? d1, and this is going to be half of d1. 40% of the distance is d1. 60% of the distance is nothing but 40 plus 20. So this is half of d1. So let's pick d1 to be a number which is divisible by both 50 and 75. Which means d1 should be divisible by 50, divisible by 75. d1 should be a multiple of 50 to be divisible by 50. Should be a multiple of 75 to be divisible by 75. So d1 is such a number which is a multiple of 50 and 75. It's a common multiple to 50 and 75. What's the first such common multiple? That's the lowest common multiple or the least common multiple of 50 and 75. So I'm going to assume a value which makes life really easy. That number that I'm going to assume is going to make calculations easy. What will make calculations easy? If we get the time in terms of integers. To get the time in terms of integers, we are taking the first block of travel, that distance, to be the LCM of 50 and 75, which is equal to a 150. So I'm going to take the first part of the distance to be 150 kilometers. So what will d2 therefore be? d2 is 60% of the distance, which is nothing but 40% of the distance plus 20% of the distance. It's not d1, it's 20% of the distance. 40% of the distance, we have assumed it to be equal to 150 kilometers. So 20% is half as much distance as this, which is another 75 kilometers. So the second part of the journey is going to be 225 kilometers. So I'm assuming values which will make calculations easy. First part of the distance is 150, second part of the distance is 225. Let's summarize up till this point in a printed form and then plug it into a table and find the answer. From this point forward, it's exactly 20 seconds to get to the answer. So I'm assuming such a number which will make calculations easy. What will make calculations easy? Picking the first part of the journey, D1, to be the LCM, which is a lower part, 40% is smaller than 60%. So that to be equal to 150 kilometers. So second part is 60%, which is nothing but 1.5 times this 150. Therefore, that's equal to 225 kilometers. Now plug it into the table. First part of the journey is covered at 50 kilometers per hour. We have assumed that distance to be 150 kilometers. So how long will it take? Distance divided by speed. 150 kilometers upon 50 kilometers per hour is going to take 3 hours to complete the first part of the journey. Second part of the journey, speed is equal to 75 kilometers per hour. Distance covered is 225. So time taken is 225 divided by 75. Distance divided by speed. So this is also going to take 3 hours. So total time taken is equal to 6 hours. Total distance is the sum of these two values, which is equal to 375. So average speed, the formula is equal to total distance divided by total time taken. Total distance is 375. Total time taken is equal to 6 hours. 360 by 6 is 60. That leaves us with another 15. 15 by 6 is a 2.5. So the average speed is equal to 62.5 kilometers per hour. Quickly summarize the last bit in a printed form. 150 upon 50 is 3 hours. 225 upon 75 is 3 hours. So total distance is equal to 150 plus 225, which is 375. Total time taken is equal to 6 hours. Average speed is total distance divided by total time taken, which is 375 upon 6, which is equal to 62.5 kilometers per hour. Choice A is the answer to this question. Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up as a trial user at wzko.in/quant. The URL is there on the screen. This is a GRE online quant course, the most comprehensive course you will get. You can sign up either on the web using Google Chrome browser, or you can download our Android or iOS app and get started. It takes all of 5 minutes and 3 steps to get started. Start with the free topics, start with statistics, averages, and a few lessons in data interpretation. Build momentum into your GRE quant preparation. Once you've got the momentum and you find that this teaching methodology helps you prepare for the GRE, you can pay and access the remaining topics behind the paywall. Second thing I want you to do is subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/VizakoGRE, and turn on notifications. If you have friends or classmates preparing for the GRE, let them know about this channel and this online course. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay motivated.